Lanes tonight. Jason Sterner still owns the crown. But two other PBA champs want it for themselves. The pro with the fro, Kyle Troup, and PBA Hall of Famer Tommy Jones. Those two contenders square off for a chance to dethrone King Jason next on the PBA King of the Lanes. Welcome to the fifth consecutive night of King of the Lanes coverage on FS1 Bolero, Jupiter in Florida, the site for the final fight for Jason Sterner's crown. The King, since last year, has ruled his fiefdom with strikes and just a few spares. But tonight, he's got himself a true test. Tommy Jones and Kyle Troup are in line to try and take that crown off his head. Glad you're with us tonight, Rob Sum. The Hall of Famer, Randy Peterson, the Queen, Kimberly Pressler, will join us momentarily. Last night, Jason Sterner rolled 10 strikes in defending his throne. It's been a fair and just rule under Sterner. However, two true competitors have come up to the banks of his moat, ready to storm his castle. I'm going to get every pun in as Kyle Troup is in line to try and become the first fro of this PBA kingdom.
Nice open.
Yeah.
Kyle Troup, hours on it. That was pretty good. Kyle Troup and Tommy Jones are going to go at it, and Rob, they have history. But I'll tell you what, Kyle Troup really bailed out his year with his run through the PBA playoffs. What a season he had last season. I mean, just south of $500,000. And
Player of the Year honors.
Yeah, I mean, just a great season for Kyle. Tommy Jones, on the other hand, he found the fountain of youth.
Certainly did. I think a lot of people are ready to write him off. They're like, you know what, we need to resubscribe now to that Tommy Jones magazine.
Well, I have a few words for the folks that were thinking about writing him off. Don't.
Good advice, my friend. Troup and Jones with the Queen, Kimberly Pressler.
Kyle, we saw you earlier in the week with your dad, Gup. Unfortunately, you guys did not advance in the royal families, but you're here in the individual event today. How bad do you want to beat this guy right here?
Oh, it's at the top of my list. You know, I've known him for a long time. He probably babysat me a little bit back running around with Guppy. We have a lot of friendly wagers from time to time, so I think this one's going to trump any and all from now on.
Oh, goodness. Can you want to tell us a little bit about that wager?
I mean, he's been eating really well this year. He's been bowling pretty good, but I think it's time we put an end to that.
Good luck to you tonight.
Thank you.
Tommy, how bad do you want to beat the reigning player of the year, especially after what he just said?
Well, he was a bad kid growing up, so I spanked him then, so we're going to try to spank him now. So.
And that is all that needs to be said. Let's get to some bowling.
Yeah, just move on from that one, Kimberly. Oh, look who's in the house. Gup, as always, surrounded by some upstanding, good-looking young ladies, right? That is how Gup rolls over there.
That's how he rolls, man.
Rolling out of Penn Station in Newton, North Carolina, Kyle Troup.
And the reigning player of the year in 2021. He won the Players' Championship for $100,000. He won the PBA playoffs for $100,000.
No finishing move. I got you. Double pick, baby.
And anytime Kyle double picks it, Rob,
There's a good payday.
yeah.
And probably a belt as well. Yep.
Yeah.
And we just saw a shot of his dad, Guppy, in the crowd, and Guppy was there as well. It was last year when he won the PBA playoffs. But it's now King of the Lanes time. Troup and Jones, one match winner to take on Sterner.
He bowls out of Golden Lanes in Simpsonville, South Carolina. PBA Hall of Famer Tommy Jones.
You know, Rob, we talked about the revitalization of Tommy Jones and how he's found the fountain of youth somehow. Well, he's made a lot of money this season. What do you think the chances are? How much do you think it would cost you and I to get a little bit of that info?
And how he's doing it?
Yeah.
I would love to know where that fountain is. I mean,
Right?
we are in Florida. That's where the rumors are the fountain of youth is. It's a battle of Carolinas today. South Carolina, North Carolina. PBA Hall of Famer,
2020.
So if you're South Carolina, do you follow the Gamecocks?
Yes.
And if you're North Carolina?
It's the Tar Heel State.
Tar Heel? Yep, okay. All right, I get football. I mean, you follow North Carolina.
Break was a little bit longer than I thought.
Well, if you're asking me,
I know who you follow.
Yeah.
You follow North Carolina.
100%. But
Right.
there's also North Carolina State, there's Wake Forest, there's all those other schools. But yeah, it's North Carolina and it's South Carolina. Those are the two.
Okay.
The two big boys in those two states.
Up in the northern part, or up in North Carolina, is it predominantly North Carolina
Yes.
or Duke?
North Carolina.
Are you being biased, or you're
Both.
okay?
Biased and truthful.
All right.
Opening double for TJ.
You know, the funny thing about what Tommy's done this season is his game doesn't look any different.
No. I mean, I wonder if it's, some of it's between the ears, but also the other thing he's been telling us through the course of the season is I've been practicing. I practice more in the, leading into the campaign.
Funny how that works out.
Right, crazy.
Want to get better, you start practicing more.
All right, let's throw the Rubicon. Yeah, you just had to see 110 pin on that lane first.
All right, so he's going to switch balls the next time up on the right lane. That ball on the right, a little lazy. Right lane appears to be a little bit tighter throughout the event. And you can see that soft 10.
Would you make a change that early?
Based on the ball reaction I saw, I would.
Okay. Let's take a look at today's Brunswick oil pattern. It is the Carmen Salvino.
Do you know I won a doubles tournament with Carmen Salvino once?
Did you really?
In Cheektowaga, New York.
Cheektowaga.
Throughway lanes, yep. So two ways to play it. We saw Norm Duke play the blue line much straighter, or you can move in and soft hook it. That's what Tommy Jones and Kyle are doing.
Saw Norm Duke last night. Unable to get through the contenders match.
See how stronger the motion is on that lane with that ball?
Yeah, he's got the left lane dialed in right now for sure.
Just inside fourth arrow.
That guy. Oh, man. I hope he never loses that. I would hate to know what would make him lose that personality, that warmth, that openness. TJ. Oh! Little headbutt.
That was like a bighorn sheep coming off the sidewall, right?
Yeah. Put down its horns. Yeah, that was the head pin.
Yeah.
Nice shot here from inside Bolero Jupiter in Jupiter, Florida. 5th straight night. We've been here for our King of the Lanes coverage. Looking for 4 in a row. Messenger, no. Folks are nervous about those single pin spare conversions.
Yeah.
We've seen it the last couple nights as well.
Well, he said he wanted to change, but he's sticking with the same ball in that right lane. All right, so it's the reality on both lanes for True. Tommy Jones using a Black Widow Ghost. We've seen him use that ball a lot this season. A little better touch on this shot, Rob.
Uh, 10 pin got mauled early, so quickly taken out of contention. So 2 straight now for Troop.
Can take the lead right here. Look at that money.
Just missing $500,000.
Single season record. New leader, Kyle Troop, perfect on this left lane.
Knows where that camera is, doesn't he?
He knows where Charles Montgomery is.
Oh, Chaz. Chaz is smiling right now. I see him. All right, Tommy Jones up now in that right lane off that 9 spare.
Great touch on this one as well. A little bit softer on that right lane to get it to come around the corner, Rob. In the words of Bo Burton, who lives right up the road,
right around the corner,
he would say that that right lane has a little more lubricity.
Like an otter?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The otter pocket thingamajigger?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Kinda like that. Tommy Jones in the 6.
No.
Oh, what?
No.
Here's the 9.
Well, a little more friction like we've been talking about on that left lane. It makes the ball go right past the 9-pin. Watch this. Boom. See ya.
Yep.
Yo, no shot.
So 9 spares his last 2 times on that left lane. He takes a seat. We go to break. Kyle Troop with the lead, the winner to take on Jason Sterner. Can Sterner keep the crown on his head, or will Tommy or Kyle take it from him? Welcome back to our coverage of the 2022 King of the Lanes. Kyle Troop and Tommy Jones set to wrap up their showdown. The winner to meet that man, Jason Sterner, try to take that crown off his head.
Jason, Randy, and Rob up here in the booth. First of all, congrats on moving on. But you had your hands filled with Carlos.
Yeah, he bowled a really good game. He showed some guts out there, and you know, for bowling your first show, that's how you do it.
You see anything different in this matchup between Kyle and Tommy?
Yeah, it looks like they're a little bit closer than Carlos and Duke were, so that may change my ball selection or maybe my strategy. But we'll have to see as a practice session goes on.
All right, thank you, Jason.
Jason took care of Carlos Granados last night, got the front 6, won at 257 to 234. Now he sits on his throne and waits to find out who his challenger will be.
Go, go, go!
Four-bagger for Troop.
Slight drift to the left, open up the hips in his angle, and perfection.
Right?
You like that?
That's a good one.
It's not bad.
It's a good one. That fro is for real, too, by the way.
It was legit.
Yeah. There are at least 5 hair picks that are lost in there somewhere. Perfect on that left lane.
Rumor has it sometimes, depending on the time of year, small animals tend to nest in there.
Yep, that sounds about right. I think a couple have hibernated there.
Inside a target. Now remember, he was right of 4th arrow, so he either made a move or he got that one in and it laid there. Held its line to the pocket.
So all of a sudden, Tommy Jones down 21.
Oh, go.
Tommy's in trouble here.
Yeah.
Big trouble.
Oh, was pretty terrible.
I saw you glaring at me, Sherry. You were glaring right there.
Tune in to Race Up weeknights here on FS1. Expert analysis and opinions from the best in NASCAR as they break down the hottest names inside the car and out on the track. Race Up weeknights, 6 p.m. Eastern, right here on FS1. All our PBA action also available on the Fox Sports app.
Let's go, Tommy. Down the pit.
A little better. 2-4-8 double.
I wonder your last one laid.
Would you say the last shot he threw in the right lane? Something about him being in trouble?
Yeah. Did I get it right?
Yeah, you can take that to another level now.
Yeah.
So he goes high on the right lane, then goes light for a 2-4-8 on the left lane. Tommy John's in trouble. Ball's not reading the pattern right all of a sudden.
Oh, nice cover, though.
Yep. Hey, Rob, do you know what time it is?
Fire up the alert. Yeah, it is 6-pack alert time. If Kyle Troop could strike here, he's going to win. How much?
I think it's is it $1,000?
$1,000,
Yeah.
sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Please remember to drink responsibly. If he gets this, we're going to have Guppy crack open the 6-pack. Open that 6-pack up. Share the goods, Guppy. Share the goods, man.
Where's the beer? You see him say, Guppy
It's coming. It's coming, Guppy. Randy, give him the...
All right,
Quick.
I'll be right back.
It's been sitting underneath your chair all night. Just give it to him.
I'll be right back. Give me a sec. Hey.
I got it here. I
got
got
it?
it. I got it in lockdown, just like Kyle's got this one in lockdown. 6 straight strikes. 7 total through 8 frames for Troop, the lead at 36. He is on the verge of setting himself up with the showdown for the throne with Jason Sterner.
That's how you get it out of there.
Tommy just said something to Kyle. Not sure what it was,
I
but
might have something to do about their bet, perhaps.
it was a little snippy. I think Kyle's going to get a good meal out of this.
Yeah, as he should. Get some extra appetizers. Oh, yeah. Just a little kiss.
Yeah.
Just the kiss to drop it down.
Game over. Kyle Troop's going to take on Sterner.
Doesn't hook over there.
All right, listen, Rob.
Yeah.
Tommy's going to shoot this, and then Kyle's going to bowl the 10th frame. I'm going to go grab some brewskis
Pabst.
for I'm going to grab some Pabst for Gup. The calm is yours.
Roger Dodger.
Never shot that one on TV.
What a flat finish here for Tommy. This is not what we have seen from him through the course of this season. All right, Jason Sterner, watch out. A fro is eyeing your crown. It will sit heavy and high. But Sterner has to relinquish it first. Jason Sterner, Kyle Troop, coming up next here in our King match. I want to remind you, our coverage of the 2022 PBA League presented by Pabst Blue Ribbon begins Wednesday, July 6th, live right here on FS1, 8 Eastern from Bayside Bowl in Portland, Maine. Look at the Portland Lumberjacks celebrating a crowd over there with Troop and Wes Malott. And, well, Mr. Troop celebrating a win in the Contenders match, closed with 10 straight strikes as he takes care Tommy Jones, 280 to 207. Rob Stone and the Hall of Famer Randy Peterson back here with you. So Kyle Troop moves on to take on Jason Sterner, who has worn that crown with great efficiency since last year. And this is two guys that are kind of colliding at the right time, really, for both of them.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, two players that are on top of their games. They have a lot of confidence. And so all of this confidence is going to collide in this final matchup. As red hot as Kyle is, Jason Sterner's been just as hot.
Yep.
I think it's anybody's ball game.
Sterner and Troop, who will walk out of Jupiter, Florida with the crown. Find out with us. Well, Sterner's had it for a long time. Is the king getting too comfy? Find out with us.
Nice. How the kids like it?
I use it to track my 4 kids. So I have tracers all over my town. Jason Sterner, Kyle Troop in our king match. I don't know if a crown can fit on that fro.
There's not a crown big enough in the kingdom to fit on that.
Show's going on, guys.
Nice strike there by Kyle Troop. Obviously, there were some
Show started, people.
distractions and people distracted.
Movement
in the crowd.
He owns 3 PBA Tour titles and is the current and reigning king of bowling, His Majesty, Jason Sterner.
Long live the king, Rob. Coming off of his best season in 2021, he's just continued in 2022. Can anyone dethrone this guy? Rob?
Yeah. I think so. All right. I mean, that's not a knock on Sterner. It's been a great rule. A bit of an unexpected rule, wouldn't you agree, for it to be this long?
I mean, gosh.
He's ruled with a heavy hand, but it's been fair, it's been just, it's been equal.
Yeah, I mean, you can't count him out anymore.
Yeah. There you go. And he's got that confidence in his game, that real sense of place and purpose. And I belong.
Yep. You know how huge that is in sports, to have confidence in what you do, in your ability.
And he's earned that the last 2 years. Talked about 3 top 5 finishes each of the last 2 seasons. 4th at the Masters this season. Lost to the youngster, Spencer Robarge there.
Yeah. 2 different balls for Jason.
Oh! Kick to 7.
Okay.
Quantum on the left lane. That's a Quantum Evo Pearl on the left and a defender on the right for Jason Sterner.
So, question for you, Randy.
Sir?
If you were the king, would you be sitting in that pleather chair or would you be on your throne?
Honestly, I think it's beneath him to sit in that chair.
Yeah. Have it burned immediately. When you have a throne, you take advantage of the throne. Troop wants that throne.
I will sit in the throne, you will burn that chair, and you will get me a 6-pack of Paps immediately.
Ask my friend Guppy Troop where he has put these empties and where I may procure more. A little hot to his game. Yeah, his last kind of couple weeks, Kyle is back to that Player of the Year form we saw from him last season. Closed with 10 straight strikes, 12 straight now, right, through the course of 2 games.
You know what they call that, don't you? That's an Andy Verapapa 300 game.
I never would have remembered that. Did you hear that, fan?
Dinner time, baby. Turkey. That was brilliant.
Oh, man. All right. Sterner wants to open up his buffet table here. 3 in a row for turkey. 7-10.
Oh, no.
All right. How many times on television has this been converted, Randall?
4.
The 4th was who?
The ginger assassin.
Anthony Nyer, the lefty at the U.S. Open in Reno, April of last year. History! No. And an open frame early for the King.
I'll leave it there.
Sorry, the ball he is using on the right lane, Rob, that just left 710 is a conspiracy scheme.
Oh, what a great name. I'm sorry, the conspiracy
Scheme.
Once again, I wonder what things people put in their bodies
Like
when
what-
they're sitting there to come up with the names
What
of these
think
bowling
tank
balls.
is this all going
Right?
down
Because
in,
I
right?
want an invite to that think tank. 'Cause
Right?
let me tell you, it sounds like a hell of a party.
Yep.
Let's go with the conspiracy scheme.
Come on.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the kingdom is under threat.
The kingdom is currently on fire.
Mm-hmm. Down 24. Sterner for the 7. Hammers that one in every weekday morning. Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp. They go toe-to-toe. They go head-to-head. They talk about LeBron and Lakers. I told you on the day's hottest sporting topics. It is undisputed. It is Skip. It is the Natalie attired Shannon. Weekdays, 9:30 a.m. to noon Eastern only on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. What do we call that device again? The hook?
The hook.
Cleaning up some dead wood there that Mr. Sterner left behind.
Can't throw a shot with dead wood in the gutters.
Seems like a good rule.
Yep.
Troop trying to chase that turkey with the ham bone.
Ooh, the corners are starting to show up. A little late behind the head pin, leaving that soft 10. Rob's favorite pin, folks.
Yep. Love me the 10 pin. All right, so the perfect game is over for Kyle Troop. Still has the lead as he takes care of that 10 pin. Randy, I would like to be the first to welcome you to Beer Frame, sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Grabst a Pabst today, and please drink responsibly.
I know why you're able to say that so easily, because you're that guy that used to practice toy boat.
No.
No? Okay. All right.
Remember,
what about Unique New York?
Remember, I stumbled on this card earlier in the season. I was like, is this a typo? Come on. That messenger is going to nestle up, but not have enough juice.
Kyle takes a look over at Strike Track, powered by Kia. All right, so our last 4 shots by our players: pocket 7-10, 7-pin, 10-pin, 10-pin.
Tells you what?
Tells me that the lanes are changing just enough to affect pin carry because the ball's not going through the pins the right way. When you see those stats on that spare conversion, you know who that's brought to us by, right? Our great friends at Lane Talk.
Of course, Lane Talk.
For more information, go to lanetalk.com.
Love our Lane Talk partners.
Love all our sponsors, man.
We got some good ones, don't we?
Come on, slow down.
Guaranteed Rate,
Kia.
Pabst, Kia,
All right,
Snickers.
Sterner needs to get back on the strike train.
Can't forget Snickers.
Never.
I mean, how?
I was hangry for a second. And I forgot.
Right?
And I popped one. Yeah. All right. First strike for Sterner since the second frame.
Can I get a re-rack, please?
Good touch on this when he gets his hand around the side of it. A lot of axis tilt. Comes off of the spot nicely. Jason taking a re-rack.
He's got one.
You know, back in the day, you would get a couple of re-racks a game. If you wanted one after you used up the 2 that you got, you called in the tournament director, and he would stand behind the lane and look at the pins.
Get up. Yeah.
And if he thought that the pins were off spot in his eyes, he'd give you another re-rack. That tournament director's name, Harry Golden.
What? You know that name. All right, we conclude this season's King of the Lanes next. Will it be Troop or Sterner wearing the crown? Rob, Randy, Kimberly, welcoming you back to Bolero Jupiter. That man, Kyle Troop, a dozen-pin lead right now as we get set to wrap up the final edition of King of the Lanes for this season. Kyle trying to wrest that crown away from Jason Sterner, His Majesty.
There you go.
For a pair of 9 spares, Kyle gets that strike in the 6th. Head on over to PBA.com to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Classic telecasts, Randy, tournament highlights, exclusive content like the Kia Post Show, which is coming your way later tonight. Go on over to PBA.com, click the YouTube link, and subscribe to catch all the action.
It's a workout just working that chamois with that 15-pounder.
Go. Make it a double. Slip that out of there. Yeah, Gup likes it. What's not to like? Life is good for Guppy at the moment.
Gets to watch his son make a bunch of money on the PBA Tour and gets to drive his Kia.
Drive him home. Right. Pops, go north.
Who needs Uber? Hey, Gup, hop on 95 North, would you?
Yeah, I'm going to take a couple hours off. Tell me when we cross the border. All right, Sterner really needs to start rallying here. He is working off a double. Here he is to close out the 7, down 22. That'll cut into the deficit.
That was a good one.
Shot.
Anytime you see the 6-pin go to the sidewall and snap the 10 out like that, Rob, that's when you know that you've got the good touch and the ball's going through the pins the right way. Watch this, second to the right. There you go. Just a crack back block on the 10-pin.
So things tight as expected. Troop, though, up 12. Sterner won this crown last year, defended it last night. Trying to do the same tonight. Go!
He just won't go away.
Go. Yeah, Coach Sterner right there. Remember, he's going to be an assistant coach at the women's bowling program starting up at William Smith in Geneva, New York. So 4 straight for Sterner. He takes a seat. Troop pops up. 5 total strikes, including the last 2 frames.
Re-rack, please.
So Kyle uses the first of his 2 re-racks. The old knee bend strike. Kyle can max out at 268. He gets 4 more strikes.
got us a good old-fashioned bond burner.
Yeah, no kidding, huh? Troop returning those smashes from Sterner, who's popping up, having dropped 4 straight strikes.
Got multiple ham bones going,
Yeah,
Rob.
we got dueling ham bones right now. It's not quite dueling banjos, but dueling ham bones.
And that strike right there in the 9th for Troop, he can't be shut out no matter what Sterner does.
High five, baby! High five!
Oh, what a time for that.
Yeah.
Right now.
King needs this.
Come on. Go.
That's going to be your spare of the game, sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. If you believe it, you can do it. Guaranteed Rate, believe you will. So Sterner had 4 straight strikes, had to settle for a 9 spare there in the foundation frame 9th, and now we move on to the 10th. Last gasp effort for His Majesty.
If Sterner strikes out, Troop just needs any mark.
Bounce back, Jason, bounce back!
Yes! Somebody RKO'd that 7-pin.
Come on, one more.
RKO'd?
You don't know what an RKO is?
I hear you.
Is that a wrestling term?
Bingo.
Come on.
The King has been backed into a corner. Can he fight his way out of it?
Oh. We'll have a new leader in the kingdom.
The crown will change hands. Bow to King Troop.
Thank you.
Heck of a run from Jason Sterner, really was, over the course of last year and this season here at King of the Lanes. But there is your new king, King Kyle. All hail King Kyle. What do you think Guppy will be in his administration? Social chairman?
Yeah, that's a good one. That'll be a good position for Gup.
And another. Now, what a close to this season it is for Kyle Troop.
Yep. He's really back where he was last year.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Boy, if this season was going on another couple months,
Oh, yeah.
this is a guy who kind of thrust himself back into that Player of the Year conversation.
Love you guys. Love you, Jupiter.
Come on, run, babe.
That'll satisfy moment of the match, sponsored by Snickers.
Pick it out, baby.
Nothing satisfies like a Snickers.
You know it's coming.
All right, he picked it out. Now it's time to put that crown on that head. Yeah, get it, kid.
I can't wait to see this.
Oh, yes. Oh, it is the crown moment, sponsored by Babs Blue Ribbon of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Full wig, vice, lane talk, bowler
Please
X,
remember
Raise
to
eyewear.
drink
Love you guys.
responsibly. First strike here in the 10th, which sealed the deal. And the crown moves shop. Team Sterner hands it over to Kyle Troop, your new King of the Lanes. He's with Kimberly.
Kyle, congratulations on this win. You just took out the reigning king of the lanes. It's been a big week for you, but let's talk about these two matches because you made it look too easy. At 280 in that first match? Why did you pair up so well on these lanes?
I had a great ball reaction. The ball that I went with allowed me to, I really didn't have to change balls. I could just adjust my speed a little bit. And for me, this pair definitely seemed a little tricky. So, that worked well. Had a great game plan, lots of confidence here in Jupiter, Florida, and I wanted the crown. So, I'm feeling pretty good about it, Kimberly.
It's been a really amazing week because you had a dream come true. You were on the lanes with your dad, and now you round it out with being crowned the king of the lanes. How has this experience in this event been for you?
It's been unbelievable. To spend the time with my father on the lanes, it's a dream come true, like you said. Guppy, we didn't get 2 crowns, but we got 1 coming back home. So we're going to take this one and run with it.
I love how you made this crown your own, and now go ahead and take a seat on your throne. Congratulations on your win.
Oh. It works well on him, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. It befits our new king. I dub thee Lord of the PBA League, which is coming up next, presented by Pabst Blue Ribbon. Begins Wednesday, July 6th, live here on FS1, 8 Eastern, coming your way from one of the great bowling venues in our country, Bayside Bowl in Portland, Maine. Kyle Troop is your new king of the lanes for Randy Peterson, Kimberly Pressler, and our entire crew here in Jupiter, Florida. I'm Rob Stone. You've been watching the PBA on FS1, and you have just witnessed